second. Then do 1 second, one whole year. And then we can. So there be notes. Is it noted? So we started. So before you go to sleep, maybe it's really important you understand this. So you are trying to build this array dish. So basically, you don't want a array dish that gives any public signal. So you can give the public key. Two public keys to one half private key. So if you get two public keys to a half private key, that would mean one whole is a half, so quarter. You know, no matter the data segment, there's a white space. Especially, you get two public keys, 2 to 1, and that 2 to 1 is a standard half. So half, so anything half is a whole. If you have two homogeneous or two homogeneous pairs, so you need to get a quarter. So you only want noise in the system. So a quarter is 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 times 2 equals 4. Making a total of 8. 8 gears squared. 8 times 8 is squared maximum. The keys you need. That will be 8 configurations. 8 squared is what? 64. 64 times. So 4 keys you need for noise. So you want to get all the private keys in Hamiltonian 1100 Hillarian system, like based on the polling of northeast southwest and the longitude, latitude, northeastbound, eastbound, the axis of these polar systems for Cartesian systems, because you don't want much of the mixture of noise. So no matter where you are in your military complex, you have only what is cornfield or whether it's called corn or you're doing wheat, yam, grain. There's no passage in there because there's no way people can signal to you and you can do them. Basically, it's full separation of concern between what is security and what is like because basically if the really important here is consensus for the AI to know what it's doing and do it automatically. So basically, if the radio dish it's like it's happening a lot of waveform signal, it has to add noise to it. But that's what it has to come in signal form when it knows already. So that'll be digital only. So you can even get a signal of analog signal in any way, shape, or form, or any noise in it. It just has to send signal out. Basically, remember the goal is to have some kind of entropy system. You read the environment, which you've already done, and output that in sequences. Like if you output like if you send something, if you create a session, you read something, you update something, you delete it. You have a compound like some kind of corn place. You can go. In the military base, they can be found. Basically, you can go there with anybody you want, but it's like a moat. Basically, it's a moat. If you understand, it's a moat because you sink before you can enter the compound. You have like a 2 security measure, so you sink before you can enter. The big sink. Because you can't even go in there because it's just a moat. You don't even know it's a moat. It's just a trap. But you don't even trap. But it's an information trap. But it's like basically the information traps it, but there's no output. Because if you really any output, you basically all the information about signal. Because no matter basically the signal was basically we are outputting our signal. In the worst case, now we're outputting our signal, but in the worst way. There's no way we're doing it. But if you have to send the biggest signal. We didn't change it. Basically, the radio should keep outputting radios. And basically, you have only one. You only need one to do it. One big antenna which that does all the processes for digital, and one for analog. That's the 2 you need. Analog and digital. Waveforms. Usually 2 you need. We don't even need another digital and analog. You need 2, 1 active time, another active time, and 4 maximum. 2 maximum. At the time being used to send information, because it can break on you, and when you break you have to repair it by hand, and you don't want to do the stress anymore, so you want to like rebuild it with care. Remember that Garcia Lang, so you shape it, rebuild it, you don't even go crazy, because it's like the zone 6 is very vital. So zone 6 or 6-1 1, 2, 3, 4 which are areas regions areas 1 5, so 5 squared is 5 times 5 times 5. Power 5 is I don't know. So you get 15 times 5, 30 times 5. So you get, let me calculate it. I'm thinking right now how am I allowed before I go to sleep. 30 so to the power of 5, which would be 2,400. 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 zeros. So 5 zeros. So basically, also things. Remember this example. So if you execute something, you got a reverse ending model. So for example, very important. If you want to say something in, say I want to write, I want to execute something, read permission. You know, I just want to see what's being read in what sense. Because I have to put someone on sound system. I want to know what's being read, what's being read. You know, what was doing, like, you know, it's on screen, so what's being written, you know. So if I want to know what's being written, I have a pointer execute, so I already know someone's already typing. So it goes backwards x. So my poll will be x because I'm only seeing what they're reading. So x rw for x read right, and then calculate it now. So that'll be my execute to there x r y, and there when they're using the setting, they're using basically the active session is write, read, execute. So there what I want to see when they write something data is an execution. So I see execution, me seeing the data, but the writing to that that'll be the writing sessions. If I see X, I see W. If I see basically they see W but never see X or execute. And if I see write, if they're seeing two writes, if they're seeing read, if they're writing to it, right? If there are two writes to one writes execute, there's two writes and to one read read. So the read is like the read only. They don't know. So their second write to read it is blocked because they need a little consensus. And then the write is blocked. So the first row is only what you need to see to preview it, you know what they're doing. Where everyone is. So basically it's reverse and it's flip all the NDM models for how the data structure holds. With a triangular, using a triangular verification, because you don't want the full matrix to verify via the homogeneous region. So you know, if the triangular matrix is half and half, you get one whole and a half. So that's what you need: one whole and a half at the worst case scenario, and what half and half at the best case. Half and half, or one small half at the best case. Okay, thank you, Namdi. So that's your radio system done. Remember the cassette. The cassette tape is there. So if you have a cassette tape, you get a cassette tape. You get a cassette tape, a tape of cassette. The cassette tape, you get it in the same thing. It's a personal one you have. You don't even touch it radios, but you get to person. Because you know you need to talk to a person. You need to talk to systems. You know, or networks or channel. You can have a channel, but you gotta do this tomorrow. You gotta sleep. So the channel's there for you to go to. But you know you have to connect your waveform to it automatically. You know, so you have to save this because you know we have to. You know, whenever it's two people, it's a duplex channel. All it is a duplex channel, duplex stream of tuning digital signals, analog signal into waveform of based on given time, basically with your consistent time, with consistent time first. You know, this which is meant to be automatically on at this time to this channel, and this which is meant to be this time, this space is the channel reserved for this conversation at this time, because that's how radio is actually meant to be used. Whether they know it or not is my problem. But you know, radio is meant to be used at that. Maybe if you forget that, this whole fails on you. Definitely fails on you. Okay, thank you guys. So try to remember the duplex stream as a chemical state via consensus boundaries, invariant and invariant homogeneous introduced in phantom ID. Thank you guys.